This is what happens when you take the 3 most loved Pop-Tart flavors and turn them into milkshakes. And I'm not talking about milkshakes inspired by Pop-Tarts. I'm talking about putting Pop-Tarts right in the blender and turning your favorite breakfast into a completely irresponsible dessert. We're starting with 1 Frosted Strawberry Pop-Tart right in the food processor, or you can smash it in a plastic bag with a meat tenderizer. I guess it just depends on the day you've had. Then, grab some vanilla icing. You will see recipes tell you to wet the rim of the glass with milk or water, but that does not work here. We are trying to attach an entire layer of Pop-Tart to a drinking vessel. Milk is not qualified for this job. Also, you're absolutely meant to lick the frosting off the glass while you drink the shake, so the icing just builds on that frosted nostalgia. Scoop in strawberry ice cream, strawberry preserves to boost that sticky, intensely strawberry flavor. Then, whole milk and Pop-Tarts. I originally wrote this recipe more like a blizzard or a McFlurry, where I left big chunks of Pop-Tart throughout the shake. But fully blending them in is so much better. Add whipped cream, that neon strawberry sauce, rainbow sprinkles, and half a Pop-Tart. And I need you to understand that this shake is strawberry, like bold and in all capital letters, strawberry. There is no nuance or subtlety here. It's so good. Next is Frosted Brown Sugar Cinnamon, which happens to be my personal favorite Pop-Tart. Same system here. 1 Pop-Tart into the food processor, vanilla frosting around the rim, and roll it in the crumbs. So many milkshake recipes are going to tell you that they have perfected the exact ratio of ice cream to milk. But here's the secret. You can't perfect it. Different brands of ice cream have different densities. Your kitchen may be warmer than my kitchen. You might have a different brand of blender. All of those things matter, which really just makes this vibes. So for each of these shakes, start with 3 cups of ice cream and a 1/4 cup of whole milk. If your blender threatens to quit, add more, a splash at a time. Whipped cream, caramel sauce, a little raw sugar or brown sugar, because why not, and half a Pop-Tart. And because brown sugar cinnamon is my favorite and I have a lifetime of testing under my belt, I can proclaim with authority that this tastes exactly like the Pop-Tart. But it also has this incredible cereal milk thing happening from the pastry blended into the vanilla ice cream. No notes. And finally, frosted cookies and cream. Now, you might think that this is just going to taste like another cookies and cream or Oreo milkshake, but I promise it doesn't. It's so much better. First, we're making the Pop-Tart rim. 1 cookies and cream Pop-Tart into the food processor, vanilla frosting around the glass, then roll it in the crumbs. 3 cups of chocolate ice cream, whole milk, and 2 frosted cookies and cream Pop-Tarts go in the blender. And here's the thing that makes this different from an Oreo shake. A cookies and cream Pop-Tart isn't an Oreo cookie. The pastry is basically a chocolate graham cracker, and it's not as sweet as you'd expect, which is why I love this shake with chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla. I'm topping with whipped cream, some shavings off a chocolate bar I had hanging around from the brownie s'mores video, chocolate sauce, and half a Pop-Tart, just in case anyone forgot what we're up to. Cookies and cream, strawberry, brown sugar cinnamon. I know your favorite Pop-Tart is in here. The full recipes are linked in the description below. I'm Cassandra Hammerstone. Thanks for watching.